Back. Thanks for taking a minute. I've been in that building, and man, it's special. And when it's fourth down or third down, whatever the hell down it was, and there's one play left, and it's Mahomes from the 40, I just wonder what kind of gear they've got in a moment like that when you really need them.
Michael Carter, the former Ravens cornerback.
Yeah, it was awesome to hear our crowd get as loud as they could. Really appreciate our defense's effort there at the end of the game. Obviously, we know how great Pat is, and anytime he's got the chance to win the game with the ball in his hands, you always feel like he's going to take advantage of that and make it happen. But really proud of how our defense finished the game.
I thought they were great all game long. They bothered him, and that's a guy that you just can't. Even when he's bothered, he's great, much like you. But they held him under 50% completion-wise, just from what you saw. And I realize you've got to prepare for your job. But what did your defense do best today? Do you think, Josh?
It actually makes sense for both teams. Miami gets
I think our D-line did a great job of just getting pressure and not allowing him to get out
big-time pass rusher to throw into their
make plays with his feet, especially running the ball and scrambling. I thought he made some unbelievable throws.
Eastern,
I mean, backing up third and long, obviously that fourth and long completion percentage is taking the win out of ourselves there. But that's the type of player that he is. And again, you always got to be ready for playing this team.
Josh, when we follow an NBA game and I'll see a guy on the podium looking at his stat sheet, I'm always curious if there are numbers on there that tell him something that we might not get. Your numbers jump off the page, 23 to 26. Cook goes for over 100 against a defense that doesn't do that a lot. Were there things that you guys did particularly well today that you feel like if I knew we're going to do that, we're beating this team. We're beating any team if we do this.
About Jaden Daniels' injury.
Well,
finding completions. I don't know about our third down percentage, but I feel like it was pretty good tonight. That's a tough defense. They scheme very well on third down. Spags is one of the best in the business. And again, like you said, the 100-yard rusher, anytime you can do that, complete it at a high rate, typically you're going to have success.
The 3-6 record.
I don't know if you know the name Earl Campbell.
Able to come back.
It was a while ago, but he was a running back in the day, one of the most bruising running back ever, Houston Oilers. You could look it up online and be like, wow, you passed him in rushing touchdowns today, Josh. I don't know if that's someone you're familiar with, but if so, does that name mean anything to you, Earl Campbell, that you got more than him?
They're going to be as they should be.
I mean, one of the all-time greats.
At the
to be mentioned with some of these guys, it's pretty surreal to me still. But couple 1-yarders, I had some help. Again, that's my job though. Just go find a way to score touchdowns, and we're going to be happy every time we get the end zone.
What can you tell us?
Understood. Let me close with this. I mentioned your crowd, and I mentioned having been there. I really love what the Mafia is about, and you're going to have a new place for them next year. But will there be part of you, Josh, that'll miss the magic that is the building that's right behind you over your shoulder?
8 total grabs, 149 total yards.
Yeah, I mean, I think
and then Allen,
when you talk about this place, the history that it holds, the memories that it has, the type of players that have played in this building. I mean, it's pretty special to be a part of it. Looking forward to getting on grass next year, though. That's a sweet bonus.
I bet it is, and it'd be no better way to go out than to give those folks what they've been waiting for forever. That's way down the road. Be well until our paths cross again. Josh, thanks for throwing in the headset and visiting after a thrilling victory today, man. Thanks.
It's not a touchdown. He's drilled.
You're the man. Thank you, Scott.
44% completion percentage. Kelsey's like,
Alan not lying about making the right play. 88% completion percentage for the reigning MVP. I mentioned it during the highlight. That's significant because it's a career high. On the other side of it, again, I mentioned it because we've never seen Mahomes under 50% in more than 140 career starts until tonight. Here is Mahomes on the stage
with 2 rushing scores and a passing touchdown.
That's great moments in NFL history. So we go to the fourth quarter. We got to be more consistent as a team. I got to be more consistent at quarterback. We got to be able to battle. We've kind of been in all these tight, close games in our history. They're not going.
To the Philadelphia Eagles for a 2026 third-round draft pick. This is the third trade in a past week that the Eagles have pulled off. They've traded now for the former Jets quarterback Michael Carter, the former Ravens quarterback Jair Alexander, and now they get some help up front in the form of Jaelan Phillips, who played under Eagles defensive coordinator Vic Fangio in Miami. Jaelan Phillips is set to become a free agent after the season. He's on an expiring contract. The Eagles don't care that he'll be a free agent. What they care about is getting another great pass rusher on their defense to help them with the stretch run in the second half to try to repeat. They were looking to bolster the defense, even if it cost them a third-round pick in the 2026 draft. It actually makes sense for both teams. Miami gets added draft capital for a player who is playing on an expiring contract, and the Eagles pick up a big-time pass rusher to throw into their mix on defense. The trade deadline coming our way tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern. That is Tuesday, 4:00 p.m. Eastern. Adam Schefter with the very latest on SportsCenter. Thanks, Adam. Thank you. The AFC side of things. We have a developing story into SportsCenter right now. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels, his season in doubt after dislocating his left elbow in the fourth quarter of last night's loss to the Seahawks. Daniels was in the game with about 7 minutes to go. They were down 38-7. He returned to the Commanders lineup recently, last night after missing the previous game with a hamstring injury, something you absolutely hate to see him go down last night as we welcome in Adam Schefter to the program this morning. Adam, good morning to you. What more can you tell us about Jaden Daniels' injury? Well, this is a very unfortunate injury. He did dislocate his elbow. He will undergo an MRI today to confirm that diagnosis and to determine how much time he'll miss. But let's think about it this way. At the very least, it's going to be multiple games. And the Commanders are sitting there today with a 3-6 record. By the time Jaden Daniels is able to come back, you have to wonder whether the Commanders still will even be in playoff position at that point in time. He is the most important asset in that franchise. They must protect him at all costs. And last night he was out there down 31 points with 7.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to be, as they should be, extra careful with him going forward. At the very least, he'll miss multiple weeks, and I think there's the possibility that he's played his last down this season. We'll see how it unfolds today after the MRI. Okay, that is the injury latest. We understand, Adam, you are following breaking news this morning. What more can you tell us? Josh Allen Part 10. 10th time they've squared off since 2020. It's a rivalry. They're not divisional opponents. They just see each other as often as divisional opponents, it would seem. That's Josh Allen to Dawson Knox in the second quarter. Big night for tight ends. 8 total grabs, 149 total yards for the 3 tight ends. And then Allen 6 for 19 on the ground and 6 points right there. His 47th career game with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown extending his own NFL record. So it's 21-10. You're making the Chiefs one-dimensional. Patrick Mahomes to Hollywood Brown. It's a good thing that one dimension starts with Mahomes. Hollywood Brown 2 for 73. He's down at the 1. Mahomes then is looking. 3 plays later for Travis Kelce, who did have 66 yards. There's not a touchdown as is drilled. Career low 44% completion percentage is Kelce. He's like, no, I hear you. I hear you, Bills Mafia. Actually, Patrick Mahomes had never had a completion percentage sub 50, and he went for 44%. His counterpart Josh Allen, who found Elijah Moore, Allen completed 88% of his passes, 23 for 26. And he can also be your goal line back. He's an 11th career game with 2 rushing scores and a passing touchdown. That's the most in NFL history. So, we go to the fourth quarter. It's 4th and 17 with 14 minutes to go. And the Chiefs are going for it. Why? Mahomes is wide to Rashid Rice. Big first down. 4 grabs for 80 yards. 29 yards completion on 4th and 17. It would pay off with this. Remember, there's no Isaiah Pacheco. He was ruled out. Instead, Kareem Hunt 11 for 49 on the ground in that score. Chiefs cut it to 28-21 after a 2-point conversion. And they get the ball back. Mom's looking deep on 3rd and 10. This is basically a punt. I mean, he just threw that. Maxwell Harrison, who said, "These are games I prayed for growing up," comes up with the only turnover of the game. Bills take over on their own 33. They're trying to make it a 2-score game. Matt Freyer from 52. Donk. What stays a 1-score game as the Chiefs take over and you're giving Moms the football back enough time to be dangerous because it's Mahomes. But 3 seconds left. They're at the Bills 40. And this is Patrick Mahomes' first game without a passing touchdown since Week 7. It would not since Week 7 of last season, I should say. It would not come here. They battered down and the Bills and Josh Allen improved to 6-1 in the regular season against Patrick Mahomes. We had over 1,000 yards of total offense. Not in that game. In this game between the Bengals and the Bears, Caleb Williams and Chicago up big in the fourth quarter, but don't tell Joe Flacco that. Noah Fan for the touchdown. It's 41-35 after a successful 2-point conversion. But the Bengals need the onside kick. Down 6, Sub 2 to go and they get the onside kick. Evan McPhersonson, a perfect squib. Oren Burks recovers it off the foot of the return team there. Okay, ball goes off Daniel Hardy. Bengals get it. 80 seconds left. It's Flacco midfield. T. Higgins. Great catch. Big hit. Higgins big game. 121. 2 touchdowns. He left the game though. 2nd and goal. I mean they got receivers on receivers on receivers. Chase is always open, but so too is Andre Yosvers in the back of the end zone for a score. The Bengals had 495 yards of total offense and they have a lead 42-41. Caleb Williams 30 seconds to go. This a 52 yards run, but it's only going to go in the book as a 14 yards run. He covers 52 yards to pick up 14 to set up a fresh set of downs. 25 seconds. They've not crossed midfield. Don't worry, cause Colston love wood. And you know that's a leaky Bengals defense. They don't wrap up. Loveland had a game, 6 catches, 118 yards. That his 2nd of 2 touchdowns. The Bears come back and win. Yikes. For the Bengals. Finish game. Like just end it. Like that's it. Like that's what we need to do. Just end game. Like make them get us the ball back. Let us 22 victory and let's end the game. That's how I feel. I'm going to stay in my lane.